What's going on, everybody? Going the recovering witch here, also known as Jen. Welcome back to my channel, and this is like the third time I've tried to record this video. I went back and I watched what I was saying because I am trying to get back into recording the videos, and it's a little awkward, and I need some sort of train of thought to keep you here because, you know, the algorithms and such. And I really shouldn't care about that crap because if I like doing these videos and putting out the content that I like, that I hope that you may find helpful or like, awesome, then my job's here is done. So I do want to say hello to the new people because I have kind of jumped. I'm at 274. Let's try to hit it at 300, y'all, like, or 1,000. I mean, you know, sharing is caring. I used to say that all the time. But I wanted to cover a couple things on this video. One, where have I been? What I've been working on. And also, I think I'm going to put this in the subject title as the first thing of the most important thing to add to your grimoire and or Book of Shadows. So I think the last video that I posted was officially for me and Omar and Down the Rabbit Hole. We finished out that season. We are going to have a season 2. It has just been very hard for us to try to get our schedules together for it to work because life has been happening to both of us. So it will come back. We apologize for the delay, but it is coming. Speaking of podcasts, I started my own. It is called Flying Blind in Adulthood. You can follow it on the same platforms as we have Down the Rabbit Hole, which is on Spotify and Anchor. If you use Anchor FM, you can actually leave comments, like voice comments, in the voicemail box on Anchor and that app. You could also email me as well. So either one will work. Flying Blind is me talking about what I've experienced in my 20s. I am 36 right now, and so whatever happened from 30 to now, I kind of share my experience with certain things. And so I came up with 12 topics that I'm going to cover, and then I have one more, which will kind of lead me to where I've been. And I'm still kind of wrapping my brain around it. So, where have I been? Like I said, the last video was with me and Omar, but my own personal one was when I took you guys for my Halloween haul because I liked getting my witchy stuff. It was the end of it's the Witch's New Year for us for Samhain. So I didn't get to really post much for you guys, even though I wanted to. And I have an old video that I didn't even post. It was just hanging out there. So I'll probably post that later. But I have been busy. I have been doing readings at a shop here in Houston. It's kind of outskirts in Cypress. So it's called New Age Avenue. So if you are local in town, you can come see me and follow my social media and you can know what I'm reading there. I actually am going to do a tarot class there. So first one will come up for this month in April. So we're going to try to do it monthly, but we're going to see how the first one goes and do it that way. I have also trying to get my thoughts together, guys. There's a fair market. I got with a local store. It was Moon Magic, and the ladies that work there, they're super awesome. I went to them with this idea, like, hey, why don't we start this quarterly market? You want to do it monthly? I didn't. I was like, no, I got overwhelmed pretty quick. So we had our first one in February. Next one coming up is May 21st at 1810. It's called The Bar. It's from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. And it's going to be a fantastic time. There's going to be live music and you can drink and there's food and if you don't want to drink, you don't have to drink. Come hang out on my tent. So yes, it's called Witches Night Out Conjure Market, and it's organized by me as Thinning Veil Creations because my business name has changed since then, and also Moon Magic. So that's coming up, and I'm very excited for it. So between that and being busy and working on my things, life has happened. So that was like the whole point with Flying Blind in Adulthood and why that podcast started. So since the beginning of you guys knew my niece left. It was hard on me. I got over that. I still love her. We're good though. November, our dog Nacho died. We had him for 2 years, and it was a very big shock and felt really bad about it. And it was just old age. We didn't know how old he was, and then it just, like, that was it. So that was a really big shock. My friend that I didn't mention, if you follow me on my other social media, like if I do Instagram Live or something, I think I even mentioned that on my 4-year anniversary sobriety. My friend who had cancer, she passed away in October. I had somebody that I worked with. She used to call me her favorite witch. And actually, she's the lady that she did my aura reading. And it was the 3D report. Her name was Debbie. She actually passed away. February, my husband and I, we lost our sweet princess, our baby girl, Abby, of 15 years. And that was really rough on him and me. I'm trying not to cry. I already cried in the other videos. I'm trying not to cry on this one because I don't want to edit it. But again, I apologize for the ums and whatever and the long pauses, but it is what it is. So we lost Abby, and also in this process, my brother and I and my husband, we have been trying to help my mom. I posted a video with my mom and her talking a little bit about her culture and what I picked up from her when I was younger. And based on our cultural regions and what she practiced, and there wasn't even really words for it, but somehow it just kind of fell down the line. But my mom has dementia. It has progressed a lot. I think between the paranoia is what's making it worse. I was trying to help my brother so he could take a break, and we were trying to tag team, and it's not working. It didn't work. I had her here last week, Tuesday, and I took her for her neurologist appointment to get the results of her MRI, and wondering what else it could really be. And she had a really big outburst in the waiting room before we got called in. And to the point it made me very upset. I had been pretty upset for several weeks. My mom may watch this. I don't know. Because she had followed me on social medias. I did block her. I blocked her phone number. And if my mom does watch this, I want her to know that I am sorry. I'm not apologizing for what I said to her. What I'm sorry about is that I cannot speak with you right now because I have to take care of me, and this is self-preservation. What she may or may not realize or forget is that even though her screenings aren't showing that there is nothing wrong, her blood work came back just fine, she is not the mother that I know. And I've told her that. there has been this thing that's been building up inside of me. And I don't know if this is why Gwen came to be. But I noticed that there was something that I was suppressing for a very long time. And because of this, it's come out. And I feel like everything is just so connected. Because it is. There's always a learning opportunity with everything. So, the last several days, I have been processing, and I've been talking to people about it, and I'm telling you guys that I just learned that my mom is a covert narcissistic parent. What makes them a narcissist? Because I don't like using that term lightly. I thought I really knew what a narcissist was, and I did have a general idea, but I didn't realize I was in this bond with one. And the more that I go back into my life and I look at the checklist of certain things you could look out for, she hit every single one of them. It has been very difficult. I'm surprised I haven't drank out of all of this. I want to say thanks to the recovery community, because I was feeling pretty low and lost, and I explained what was going on, and they gave some great advice. And I'm really thankful that there is different branch offs of 12 steps, because there is magic in the steps. It's just what I've had isn't really learning, is not really helping very much anymore about what I learned. So I need to learn more. And I don't even know where I was going with this, but I really felt like picking up a drink after that day when we came home from the hospital. So we're not on speaking terms right now. I'm still trying to find a way for forgiveness, which has brought me to talk about what's the most important thing to put in your grimoire or book of shadows, right? So I found myself a few days ago with pen and paper, and the idea came of writing a letter to put in my first book. I got a really nice book. It's got a phoenix on it, and I'll most likely do a video with you guys while I'm working on it, so maybe make that into a series, right? So one section I put in my book was about heritage, and we got a mix of it everywhere. And my brother and we had been talking, and he started with like wanting to know more about my dad's side of the family or whatever he could get, and just to really get to know them more, because there wasn't really like a whole lot left behind. Asking my mom, you guys can tell in the video, it's like there wasn't really much time to kind of sit down and talk about anything, because there wasn't really any time. So I found myself writing this letter to my future children, or if I don't have any, to my niece, Cassandra. And with what I'm processing right now, the letter turned into me making these promises. The promises that I will not treat my children the way that I was treated. Not that I was... I'm still so confused. I don't even know what to say about it. I really don't. you want to say that your childhood wasn't really a bad one, but it's kind of like you've been gaslighted so damn much, it's like you don't even know anymore. Okay. But my whole point with this letter was to explain where I'm sitting at right now. And it gives them something to refer to when I'm not here. And maybe some kind words left behind. And hopefully, those promises that I made now, I continue to make them and hold myself accountable every single day when my kids do come or when Cassandra acquires this book. If she does get it, if I don't have kids. But what I wanted to make sure with them is that I promise to never belittle them. I want them to be themselves. I want them to be their most 100% authentic self. Whatever their goals, dreams, aspirations are, hold on to them and be supportive. So that I promised. No idea is ever a dumb idea. Whatever is going to make their soul content. So that way, when they get older, they're not feeling so driven by certain things that get them lost when we become adults. Maybe this journey that I'm on and having to step into Gwen, maybe it's because I wasn't really allowed to be who I wanted to be. And I want them to be. And so with so little that was left behind for me and my brother, and he's trying to maybe do some things and leave behind some things for himself, for whatever happens, whatever he decides, if he has kids or doesn't, but what he wants to leave behind. And what I'm working on, I hope, is a testament that my kids, they have good memories more than bad ones or gaslit ones. I'm just going to try to do the best that I can. Because for the longest time, I always told my mom, I'm never going to be like you. And I'm not. She probably doesn't even know who I am now, because she looks at my husband as the enemy. She's looked at him as the enemy for a very long time. I'm not saying this out of disrespect for my mother, but it's true. And I think it's because a child that adored her because I was her mom, and then the focus went on to somebody else, she got insecure because she lost the control. And through my college years to now, I see how she's always been trying to do it. And I've always been patient. Sorry, guys. So, I left that letter, and I hope that they never lose that magic that we start off with when we were kids. Because the possibilities are so endless when we're so young. Our imagination is so full, and it's more colorful and it's more achievable Then versus when we get older and we say, oh, can't. So I really think it is important to put that in there, because it's like leaving a footprint behind, leaving another good memory behind, and words of encouragement just in case they forget. It's not about forgetting me, but for them to not forget who they are, because it took me so long to get here. Still trying to figure out who I am, don't get me wrong. It really hasn't been easy. And I'm really surprised I haven't really I did most of the crying. Again, I recorded this 3 times, but I think it is very important to have that letter for who you leave your materials to. So that way the magic continues. Because that's what makes the power so strong. That's what makes the magic so strong. Is that when we know our inner strength and what we are capable of, and we keep encouraging and feeding it, the more successful we become in this thing we call life. And I hope that I am doing my part in my healing. I don't know what this is going to look like with my mother and I. I don't know if I'm going to go back and talk to her. I might have to. I am trying to learn about the forgiveness. It's been very surreal to go back. I had a flash of one of my prior past lives and what I've been dealing with in this lifetime, and then going and actually seeing, from what my mom told me, as a story between when she was younger and with my grandma and her sisters and brothers. But I can see how those character traits started. And it kind of helps me look at it as well. Those were the cards that you were dealt, so I understand. But me, on the other hand, I'm not going to be like her. And especially who this person that I'm becoming, she's not going to know who she is. And she won't get the pleasure of meeting her either. But the generation that comes after me, my kids, even my niece, not that I want to be adorned or, have statues or whatever, but I hope that the impression that I left was a positive one. And I'm going to strive for that every day that I'm here. I know I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I've even been questioning myself through this, if I've had narcissistic behavior. I have a hard time with relationships. I do. Friendships. I'm the nicest person, and the trust issues, they come in very strong. And then when I can sense certain things, or George tells me, even people warning me, maybe because when I'm caught off guard with other things in life, But I just wanted to let you know where I'm at. I'm going to be back, but probably not posting as often, maybe just like once in a while. But again, would like to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's probably going to take some time, but it's fine. I'm still here. And I think the people that are very supportive in my life, I appreciate them. They know who they are. And for those that we haven't talked or we don't talk anymore, when I really say I'm sorry, I mean it. But we're probably just better off the way that it is. And don't take it personally. I have so much on my plate, and I'm sure you do too. And if there's something that maybe made you feel a certain way about me, I don't know. The only thing I can say is that maybe it doesn't have anything to do with me. But I know with the relationships and the way that I might be pulling and standing offish, I know that's my part. So I know what I can be accountable for on my side. So there is the 3 parts to every story: yours, mine, and the truth. And so I have mine, you have yours, and the truth is that we both got our stuff. And so I'm trying to work on it so it doesn't follow me into the next generation. So the one thing I've learned through all this in the last couple years, because I know we have all gone through some stuff, I'm pretty resilient. So yeah, you might see me take a break, but I always come back. Wanted to leave this off before I close out this video. Again, thanks for watching. As far as commenting goes, I think I put on the security for comments if you subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try to see if there's a way to turn off the comments for this video in particular, but if not, if you're wanting to respond, what you can just put well wishes, you know, just positive things out there. But as far as advice giving or how I should look at certain things as far as what I'm going through right now, I can't, because I've gotten an earful, and I have enough. And again, I'm still processing things, and I'm not going to do it all 100% right, or I'm just doing it the best that I can with what I got, and one day at a time. So I hope you are well. I hope life has been treating you kind. I hope your magic has been flourishing. And I will be posting, I know I said once in a while, but I think it's probably going to be 1 to 2 videos a month instead of doing them weekly, because it was becoming a little much, and I couldn't find the time. If I do find that I have more time, I will, but with the other projects I got going on, I'm trying to get myself scheduled in and making that time for me and working on the things that I really care about, and making sure that there's enough apt and appropriate timing for every single thing. So be sure to follow me on my social media. I'll make sure to post that below. And I will see you guys next time, whether it be Mindful Recovery Monday or a Witching Out Wednesday video or anything else. But I appreciate your support. Thanks for being here and watching, and I will see you next time.